What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video, we're going to be diving into the Great League Remix Cup with Steelix, Pelipper, and Gliscor. As you guys are well aware, Wing Attack got the update, and today we're going to be trying out Gliscor. Now, because it is Remix, we're going to utilize that Steelix as well, seeing as stuff like Galarian, Stunfisk, Registeel, and Bastiodon are banned. Steelix is a really nice tank to slot in that position, and Pelipper is also very strong. Alright, getting into the first battle, we have Steelix on the lead versus Dragonite. Very, very positive matchup for us right here, so we got to be careful. But we will see them swap out into Vigoroth. Now, I am very slow to the swap right here. This was my first battle in the morning. Reflexes are a bit slow, so this is actually going to cost us. Body Slam does so much neutral damage in this situation. Granted, we are resisting the counters, but they are so far ahead on energy that I don't actually think I'm going to be able to take switch advantage, especially since they can easily go deep into shields right here. And this is going to look really bad. So what we actually need to do is let this go. This is counterintuitive. I know we want to keep Steelix aligned to Dragonite because of our Dragon Tail, but I also don't want to give up shields because I fear the superpower damage, right? So what we're going to do is come in with Gliscor and look to load up on energy. Now, we do tank one Body Slam right there. We're going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash. If this doesn't do enough damage, I actually need to swap out. This is a really funky play, but yeah, it's not enough damage, so I'm going to go ahead and swap out now to catch the Body Slam. This is going to allow me to not have to use a shield, and hopefully there is not a second extreme hard counter in the back to Steelix. Let's find out. Nope, it's a Wigglytuff. That is beautiful. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go for the Psychic Fangs. Now, I'm hoping I can get a shield bait, making them think I'm going for Earthquake, which I don't. And secondly, I don't want them to catch the Earthquake on the Dragonite. So what we're going to try to do here is constantly go for Psychic Fangs after building up to Earthquake. This is still going to do a lot of neutral damage. We get a shield right there, which is beautiful. And I'm looking to go for the Earthquake, but I think I pulled the trigger on Psychic Fangs thinking they were going to swap, knowing that I was likely going to throw the Earthquake, but they decided to stay in, so I'm actually going to swap into Gliscor now, and I think I do still have a Psychic Fangs ready to go, or nearly, on my Steelix. So I'm going to go ahead and shield the Ice Beam, commit to the farm down now, and now I have two Night Slashes ready to go. Granted, if they brought in Dragonite right away after that Ice Beam, I would have had two Night Slashes anyways. So we're going to throw the first one, and then we're going to throw the second one right here. So this did pay off. Now, if there was something like maybe a Toxicroak in the back, it might have been a little bit of a different game. I would have been able to farm down a lot harder with Gliscor, but good first game to my opponent. Alright, moving next one, we got Steelix on the lead versus Obstagoon. So very tough lead right here. We're going to go ahead and swap into the Gliscor now, and let's see what they swap into. They come in with Latias. This is beautiful for us. Latias is Dragon Psychic, which means we're doing super effective damage now with Night Slash, and obviously still have that chance to boost. As you can see, that is a lot of damage. We're going to go ahead and go for another one. They are using the fast move Charm right here, so I got to be careful how low I let my Gliscor get. But we do get a shield, so I'm going to go ahead and try to commit to the farm down, and I don't get it. So since I did get a fast move through right there, I think I can survive this next charm as we do shield the Thunder, and I farm down. Perfect. That is beautiful. So we're able to take switch advantage. We do see a Crobat come in, so this is actually a very good situation for us. We have Gliscor here with two Night Slashes ready to go to chunk the health of the Crobat. We can align Steelix to Crobat, Pelipper to Obstagoon, and that is looking to be a good game as we do get this thing low. Now we're going to go ahead and come in with that Steelix, anticipating them swapping at some point, and I want to make sure if I can, throw a Psychic Fangs, but if they swap out right away, I have to go into my Pelipper. So they decide to swap out, so I'm going to go ahead and swap now into Pelipper because they are ahead on energy. Now, granted, I might have been able to stay in with Steelix and soak this Night Slash and then go, but I didn't want them to overload on energy. This is somewhat similar to the Vigoroth matchup. Granted, Body Slam does a lot more damage than these Night Slashes, but in this situation, Weather Ball and Wing Attack is definitely more favorable for us in this matchup against the Obstagoon. So we're going to go ahead and go for the double Weather Ball right here, and this is probably looking to be a good game, very well played, because their next Night Slash shouldn't be enough damage to kill us, especially since they did not get the boost, and we should be able to get to another Weather Ball in time. Now, we are kind of low, but Pelipper should be able to take this one as, yeah, we are able to hang on right there and get this Weather Ball off. And then now we have our Steelix with the Psychic Fangs loaded. So we're going to go ahead and swap out right away as the Crobat is still alive and go for the Psychic Fangs to close this game out. So Steelix, I love it with the Psychic Fangs. Not only does well against the poison Pokemon, but it also does well against those fighters or setting yourself up in some of these matches, which I wasn't able to do on that one, but good game. All right, moving to the next one, we got Gyarados here on the lead, so very positive matchup across the whole board. Gyarados really doesn't have a lot of play against my whole team, so what I'm going to do is overload on energy. We do see a Double swap in, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the Psychic Fangs, and then I'm going to come in with the Gliscor here. Double typically runs with Body Slam and Payback, and it could potentially have Wild Charge, I believe. So it's going to be a better call to come in with Gliscor in case they are running the Wild Charge instead of getting one shot on the Pelipper. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash now to do some neutral damage, and we are going to force switch advantage as we do get a shield right there. So now we're going to go ahead and maintain this positive matchup here. We're going to give up a shield. If this is payback, then this will be really good, and it is a payback, which is perfect. I'm going to be able to overload a bit on energy and go ahead and go for a Night Slash here. If this forces a second shield from my opponent, I'm going to shield again and go for the farm down, and we do get a second shield, which is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and shield myself and now farm down with Wing Attack because I think I'll be able to just farm them down depending on the damage, and it looks like we are able to farm down. All right. Let's see what decides to come back in. It is going to be the Gyarados right here. So they do get off the charge move, but we resist everything, so we should be able to survive. I'm guessing it's going to be Lunge. Yeah, it is going to be the Lunge right there, which is fine. We're going to go for the Earthquake now. This does a lot of neutral damage. If we had won that CMP tie, which we wouldn't, but if we did, we would have one-shot. But that is still a very good situation for us as it's going to force them to throw their extra energy in order to take us out. Now I'm going to come in with Pelipper right here to load up on energy, as we will see a swap out into Roserade. Given that Steelix already had a very, very positive matchup against the Gyarados, my guess was that the Pelipper would have probably a better matchup against the Pokemon in the back. And you guys already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the Blizzard right here. Why not? There's no shields. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Blizzard to one-shot the opponent. Boom! Down it goes. And that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Spicy team for my opponent as well. I loved it. All right, moving to the next one, we got Steelix versus Abomasnow. Okay, so Abomasnow can actually do very well against my team, and especially Gliscor, so I got to be careful right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just overload on energy, or not overload on energy, build up to the Psychic Fangs, and apply that pressure early. That way the Dragon Tails are doing more and more damage. We do get a shield as well, so they swap out into Whiscash. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Pelipper. Now, you may be thinking, okay, why not come in with the Gliscor, right, if you want to keep it away from Abomasnow? Well, I don't want to play the game of, is it a Blizzard or is it not? Pelipper can survive a Blizzard, so that is the whole point. Gliscor would get one shot. So we're going to come in with the Pelipper here and go for Weather Ball Pressure. Even though it's not going to be enough damage to one shot, we're going to go ahead and go for the second one. And again, Blizzard does not one shot. It depends on how much health you have, but with the health remaining that I have right here, I should be able to survive a Blizzard because it is neutral damage. So let's find out. Because it is a Blizzard, and we do survive. Perfect. That means we can farm down. Mudshot is not doing any damage to us, and this is now a beautiful situation. We maintain switch advantage. We kept our Pelipper having a little bit of energy for a Weather Ball here, and we also kept it low on health so that Abomasnow cannot get a lot of energy from farming down. That's only 2 Powder Snows. We're going to come back in with the Steelix. We do see a swap out into their own Steelix, so we're going to come in with Gliscor, and this is where things get very dangerous for the opponent. We are going to be doing super effective damage with the Earthquake, so what we're going to do is just go for it right away. I think I can get to 2 Earthquakes in time. Granted, I would have to shield 1 Psychic Fangs, but I think I can pull it off. But let's see if they decide to shield. No, they do not. Boom! Nearly one-shots right there, but they do get to the next charge move. So I got to let this go. My own Steelix with Dragon Tail and 2 shields should be able to take this game. And Abomasnow coming back in is also going to be taking a Night Slash right here to try to force that final shield from my opponent because it is going to do neutral damage, and we do get it. So this is looking to be a good game. I still have Steelix to Abomasnow, 2 shields to no shields. I go for the Psychic Fangs, and that's basically going to be all over. Now, Psychic Fangs really doesn't do too much damage, so Abomasnow can survive, but ultimately I can safely shield this charge move, even if it is a Weather Ball. It is an Energy Ball, though, but I can farm down now, and that is a good game. Very well played. All right, moving into the next one, we have Steelix on the lead versus Mandibuzz. So this is really tough. I have to stay in with Steelix right here. Dragon Tail is going to be my best bet to chunk down the Mandibuzz because my Gliscor, right, Earthquake and Night Slash are resisted, and my Pelipper, Weather Ball, and Blizzard are nice, but I don't want to swap that in, right? So my best bet is to stay in, go for Psychic Fangs right away, and just do as much Dragon Tail damage as physically possible without giving up any shields. That's what's very important in this situation for me. So we're going to go ahead and just load. Well, I should be going for Psychic Fangs right away, but I decided to build up some more energy. I was anticipating them potentially swapping out, reading that I really didn't have a good answer. But we ended up getting a shield right there, which is huge. This is incredible that we got a shield. It was, I would say, a slight misplay from my opponent, so I'm going to swap out into Pelipper now to try to see if they stay in. They do stay in, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go through, and we should be able to load up with a little bit of extra energy here and go for a Weather Ball. So they must be weak in the back to Flyers if they aren't swapping out, or maybe they're just trying to soft lose lead and they don't really care. Maybe they have a great answer for Pelipper, but we will find out. So Mandibuzz goes down. And we see a Galarian Slowbro come in, which is perfectly fine with me. I can go for Weather Balls right here. It is a Psychic Poison, so it's going to be taking neutral damage. But I am concerned about that final Pokemon. We get a shield as well, and these Poison Jabs are really hurting, so I need to go for the next Weather Ball right away. I can't really try to go for the Blizzard and load up on energy because they would fast move me down. Now, this is a great situation that we have. We have our Steelix with Psychic Fangs and 1 HP. We have a Gliscor here with 2 shields, Wing Attack, and Night Slash. So we're going to go ahead, shield this charge move. It's likely going to be the Psychic. We're going to overload a bit on energy, but not too much. I can't go too much. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash because they're going to be somewhat near another move because they farm down so much energy. So this is going to take it out, and we are in a good situation where we do see Obstagoon now come in. So what I'm going to try to do here, and it's a misplay. I have the game, right? I go for Earthquake, I win the game. What I'm going to try to do is see if I can go for Psychic Fangs, but I go down to the counter anyway. So I was going to try to go for the Psychic Fangs for the debuff, and then throw the Earthquake for the one-shot boom. So unfortunately, that's not a boom, but that is okay. We can just farm down right here, safely shield this next Night Slash, and go for our own to close this game out. It was granted I could have just gone for the Earthquake right away and then Night Slash and it would have been the same thing without losing Steelix, but I wanted to try to do the play of applying the debuff, then coming back in with the Earthquake to practice good habits if that is what is able to be done, but I didn't have enough HP to survive the counter. So that is going to be, I believe that was the final one right there. Yeah, that was the final battle. So really fun team right here if you guys want to try it. Steelix, Gliscor, and Pelipper. Great League Remix Cup as well. I think I have the wrong logo right there, but that's okay. You guys know it's the Remix Cup. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.